instead of me just saying, no, you're wrong, I want you to explain it to me. I want to know whether or not I trust your process.
Do you bring that skill home with you?
Yeah.
I mean, you're surrounded by women.
It's tough, bro.
I'm serious. Like sometimes, because I even see it with my own husband. We have 3 daughters, but I mean, especially, when you have a pretty masculine male, I'm always fascinated to watch them navigate their home when they're surrounded by women.
I just give up most of the time. I lose every argument. I think, I tried to, we communicate a lot of talking, a lot of even if they get upset,
I
try to, with girls, it's always things they're crying about, and like, okay, we're gonna be fine. And I don't want them to be like me. I want them to be themselves, and I want them to be girls. I want them to be able to be themselves. I don't want them to mirror my resilience. I want them to be vulnerable if they want to be vulnerable. But it's in terms of like how I decorate the house or I don't have no say.
Oh no,
that's nothing.
That's why you have I
have this place.
I was gonna say you have your cave here. Laird has a barn.
Perfect.
And he, when he meets young guys getting married, he goes, "Here, I'm going to teach you." Okay, you're right, honey. I'm sorry. And oh yes, whatever color you choose.
It doesn't always work. Some people, it's never enough. But if you have the right relationship, sometimes it'll work that way. Because I don't give a fuck what my house looks like. I really don't.
No.
Do I have a good view? Where's the coffee?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. Is that grill work? Yeah. Okay. How's the bed? That's a good bed. Do we have a TV? Where's the TV? Is it a good one? Oh, it's a good TV. All right, we're good. We're good. Do I have a laptop? Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need that much.
No.
So like when my wife's like, I'm going to put this here. I'm like, okay, put it there.
Fantastic.
Okay, want to get that painting? Okay, get the painting. I don't know where you want to put it.
Yeah.
Just put it where it feels right. I don't give a fuck.
I think it's smart. I mean, like sometimes if I infringe on if it's functional, then Laird steps in like, that's not really functional. But otherwise he's like, I'm tearing some stuff out of my house right now and he just gives me a look and I'm like, I'm this age. If I want to do this, support me. And he just laughs and walks out.
Yeah, he probably doesn't care. Go ahead. Just it's in the way. Whatever it is. Whatever. Yeah. Have fun with it.
Yeah. What time's dinner?
Women love to decorate things. I get nervous if a guy's really into it.
Well, yeah. It's a nesting trip.
Yeah. Guys are like really into like design in their own house, like really, really into it, like constantly obsessing about where things are and where they're supposed to be placed.
I think they're called homosexuals. Yeah.
But if I didn't have this place, though, I don't know if traditionally men had pool halls they could hang out at or gyms that they would hang out in, and they would get their dose of toxic masculinity. Yeah.
Or a basement.
Or a basement, yeah.
Yeah, you kind of need a place where nobody's touching your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you live in a house like I do with all girls, too, it's just everything's girly. Whatever. I'm fine.
Laird said he's like, I needed to be more specific. I said I wanted to be surrounded by women. He's like, I didn't mean be related to all of them.
That's hilarious.
I said to them, like, my youngest daughter, when she was really little, like 5 or 6, she'd say, okay, so I'm not really clear with this. When I have alone time, I'm by myself. And when you and dad need alone time, like you're together. And I try to it's important for moms and dads because, we have to work it. I go, you're always going to be dad's daughter. We're working at being a husband and wife. And then she'd keep going with it. And I finally would just say like, hey, do you want to have Christmas in separate houses? And I'd see her think for a second, like, well, maybe, And I'm like, we need alone time.
Like, do I get 2 presents?
Yeah, that's what I mean. She's processing that. She's like, well, I miss you, but I don't know, So it's all that dance,
Yeah.
Because daughters, man, they don't miss a trick. And they're on you and they're on their dad like nobody's business.
Well, my friends that have sons, the way they say it is, it's like you take one of 2 things. Either you have this wild animal that's tearing things apart, or you have someone who's screaming and crying about something you don't understand.
Yeah.
Take your pick. You
mental judo.
Yeah, a mental destroyer or a physical destroyer.
Yeah, walls with holes and broken bones, boys. And girls, it's like, I have learned so much being a mother to daughters. And I've been around women my whole life. You figure playing volleyball, being around tons of women, it's very different as a parent. I mean, I've learned the most, especially teenagers.
Yeah, watching them grow is so strange. It's such a strange experience watching a person figure out the world from jump. Like out the womb, figure out the world. It's so educational. I don't think everyone should have children. I'm not one of those zealots that tells everybody, hey, you're not alive until you have a kid.
No, I think it's unfair to say that to people.
It is unfair.
I think so. You don't know where the kid is coming from, and then also you have I think every parent going into it has a romantic idea. I did, and I'm a pretty realistic person of like, I'm going to do all these things right, and we're going to be, running in sunflower fields together, and my kids are never going to think my music sucks or I can't drive. And then you realize, I had a friend tell me, everyone gets their turn in the barrel. No matter what you do, you have to navigate stuff. You're going to have to deal with stuff. For sure.
Yeah, and on the other hand, it's awesome when someone does adopt people if they're really into it, if they know what they're getting into, and those martyrs out there and those people that are just super kind and generous and love to adopt children, God bless them.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they're there.
Yeah.
It's just, I agree with you that there are some people that have a romanticized idea of what it's like to raise a child. And
it's unfair, too, to sell it. Like, I love the moms like, so when are you going to have number 2 or whatever to somebody? It's like, oh, that they're behind closed doors doing, like, they just want everyone to be in the psychoticness with them. Like, I have 3 kids, you should have 3 kids,
There are people like that, right?
They do, yeah.
There's people that have a kid and then immediately take this moral high ground, like they're doing something, and they're an adult, and you're just a fool.
Yeah, you're
weird.
like, I wonder who is the fool.
Yeah, it's like,
I ask myself that sometimes.
Well, don't you think you're a better person for raising kids? Does it make you feel like you're more in tune and nicer and just more aware of what it means to be a human?
Yeah, I not only that, I feel like it's a forced exploration if you're trying to participate. Like if you just lay down the law and go, hey, in this house, this is how we do it, then you're not doing anything. But I think if you learn to adapt and also go, wow, I was doing that wrong for like 10 years. Amazing. One of my daughters at 12 or 13 sort of revealed some stuff about what she was unhappy about my parenting. And I was like, God, I've been doing that for a long time. So I think
that's cool that she had the confidence to do that, though.
Yeah, it's so cool. I wanted to hear that like when she was 30 at the Thanksgiving table when she moved out. I was like, what? You're supposed to reveal all that like after you move out. And then I go, did I do that? Sorry.
Look, it turned out great.
It's
Give
amazing.
Mommy a hug.
Yeah.